for just a few minutes. I'm not going to make this video very long. I'm just going to out exhaust systems and what you should know about them. Okay, now this is a multi-part video because there's a lot of ground to cover here and there's a lot of tricks and tips to cover. All right, first of all, I'm going to show you this late model charger. As you can see, the exhaust system is of a pretty good diameter right here. This is probably about, I'd say a 2.5 inch pipe, maybe 2.25. Um, as you can see, it's pretty consistent even through the bends right here. It doesn't have, I'm going to switch the camera around. I'm going to turn the camera around here. Let's see. As you can see right here, it has, even in these bends, while it does have a little bit of a dimple right here in this bend, it's not real bad. And it's pretty consistent through all of the bends. And right here, you might be able to see that on the camera now, but you can, what I want to get across to you is that what they're trying to do is they're trying to, now this, you see this head pipe right here coming right off the manifold. It's pretty large. It's probably about 3 to maybe 3.25, maybe 3.5. It's definitely 3 inch. Yeah, maybe even larger. As you can see, it comes down here from the catalytic converter, next down to this smaller size, and then we just keep going down. Now, one of the things you got to think about with exhaust systems is with a lot of vehicles, you're talking about, compromises, because you have to snake, the exhaust system has to kind of snake its way from, the manifold up there, which I'm pointing to, that silvery thing. It's got a heat shield on it. It's got to snake its way down through there, and then it's got to come down through the car, and it's got to go around all of these curves and bends and stuff like that. Now, on some cars, they plan out the space for the exhaust system very well. This one here is planned out pretty darn good. I mean, this isn't perfect, but it's pretty good. You also see the place here where the exhaust joins right here. You see that little weld right in there, and the two sides of the exhaust system, the two sides there, they join in, and they have basically they equalize each other out there. But you can see that the system stays pretty uniform and consistent. You don't see, one good thing is, while you do see this kind of a indentation in the bend here, you don't see the crinkles in some of these like you do in some pipes. Okay, so that's pretty good. Then on back here, they have a pretty nice flowing system with this nice little manifold, nice little muffler right here. These are really good, pretty good mufflers actually. They're sort of a Flowmaster type muffler. Somebody forgot some heat shield material, melted that. So yeah, that's probably an aftermarket learn here. Well, what we can learn is that a good sized diameter pipe all the way throughout is really good for the exhaust system. You want to open it up, you want to let it breathe, okay? Like I was saying before, a lot of exhaust systems are a compromise in, vehicle engineering and design, okay, because they don't have the proper room to run the exhaust system. And on some vehicles, the exhaust system, uh, necks down to a very small size because of the space limitations, or it may go from a round pipe down to an oval shaped pipe, or even, it may neck down from, like, let's say a, 2.5 inch pipe down to maybe 1.5 or 1 3/4 or something like that. So the thing of it is, you want to make sure is when you're doing your own vehicle, when you're working on your own vehicle, you're setting your own vehicle up, you're building it, you're going to put an exhaust system on it. Don't just go to a muffler shop. Don't go to a muffler shop of any sort and just hand them the keys and say, here, put dual exhaust on my car or my truck. The problem with that is that when you do that, what happens is the exhaust system gets, they're going to put on there whatever they got, okay? And whatever's cheapest, most likely, okay? So, and if you say, it doesn't matter what size or anything like that, well, yeah, it does. It does matter, because here's the big deal. If you have, like, say, a heavy car with not a very powerful engine and you put a really, really big exhaust system on there, you're gonna really probably cut down the amount of torque. You may cut down some of the torque now, especially at lower RPMs. Now, at higher RPMs, you'll free up that torque. So it's kind of a trade off there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say the old adage, oh, you need back pressure to establish torque, and stuff like that. No, you don't really. What you really need is you need a nice, good flowing exhaust system that not only sounds nice, but it flows well. And that should be your primary objective, is that it flows well. Go ahead and specify when you go to your local exhaust shop, specify what size pipe you want. Okay. Now they go by diameter, so a lot of pipes, usually if you're doing a dual exhaust, you probably don't want to drop below a 2 inch. Most shops, will do up to 2.5. A lot of shops now, some shops now are doing 3 inch and larger. So it's just something you may want to think about. If you have like a big block engine, some big engine that flows a lot of air, moves a lot of air, you definitely want to step up to at least a 2.5, maybe even larger 3 inch system. Especially if you've got a lot of weight to move around. You want to get that air in, you want to get the air out, okay? Or in this case, the exhaust. Now I'm going to be doing I'm going to be showing you some more stuff about exhaust systems. I may even make another video later today. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to be showing you more and more and more about exhaust systems. And I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you very much.